God says his prophets are 100% accurate. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take a quick look at Bible prophecy on the fast track, I guess you could say. Up here we have Satan and his fallen angels and demons that are at the top of the actual pyramid. A lot of people think that's the Illuminati, and it is, but it's controlled by Satan, the fallen angels, and his demons, according to the scriptures. Underneath that, we have a group of what the Bible calls deceived people. Very deceived, who have not the slightest idea of what their destination is. Their destination is eternal ruin. They are actually the dupes of Satan, and they have gotten themselves involved in the spirit of mammon. The Bible says that the rich men are virtually insane with the spirit of mammon, power of money, power, greed, etc., etc. Anyway, the Bible talks about the rich men of the earth. Also calls them the lords of the earth. They are the international bankers, the merchants of Babylon, and the kings and the rulers. They are controlled by the spirit of mammon, and they set up secret societies. This is what comprises the vast majority of people within your secret societies. There's an inner core group. A lot of your secret societies are filled with people that really have no idea what's really going on. But there is an inner core group that does know what's going on. They are controlled by Satan, fallen angels, and demons. Now what they have done, actually, in its simplest form, is they have declared a jihad, a holy war, against God and Jesus Christ. You'll find that in Psalm 2. They have a symbol. Here's your pyramid and the all-seeing eye that is explained in the scriptures. Their number is 666, and you'll find that at the bottom of the pyramid. And this, according to the Bible, is the curse that covers the whole earth. It goes forth and covers the entire earth. That's the short form of the overall picture. Now, we're going to get into this a little more because it's very, very important that you at least have a foundational thing, and for those of you who know about this, it's good for refreshing your mind, because this is very important to Alternative 3, and it's the people behind Alternative 3 are the rich men. They are the lords of the earth, the bankers, the merchants, and the very top few of what is known as the Illuminati, the Bilderbergers, the Council on Foreign Relations, and that group. Daniel the prophet had a very strange dream. You'll find it in Daniel chapter 7. And it tells us exactly what is going on in the modern day world. And it starts basically with the rise of England. It further proves and shows you how the jihad of the secret societies is working in order to produce their false messiah. Daniel's prophecies deal basically in the political movements of mankind, which are in turn controlled by the secret societies and money. All right? It's a jihad for world domination, basically. The first beast that Daniel sees rise up in his dream vision is that of a lion, and it had eagle's wings on the top of it. The lion represents England. The symbol of England is that of a lion. All right? It represents England and Cecil Rhodes, who wants to set up basically an English empire controlled by England. They're doing it through the secret society, but the predominant secret society is, of course, Scottish Rite Freemasonry. This represents the lion is England, therefore. Okay, now, the eagle's wings are very, very important. They represent the United States of America, who is Babylon. Now, what happens is that England and America, according to Jeremiah the prophet, are actually tied together. England is the mother, Babylon is the daughter. England, through the United Nations and Scottish Rite Masonry, which has its headquarters in the United States and the United Nations, you see, this is how they're tied together, forges the New World Order. But they are also in league with the bear. Now, the bear was the second beast to rise up in the dream of Daniel, and it represents Russia, the Soviet bear, or the Russian bear, known throughout the world as the bear. Now, there are 3 ribs in the mouth of this bear, very, very important. The ribs represent the 3 primary founders. Lenin, Marx, and Engels are the founders of Illuminism, communism, done through, of course, the secret societies. They're the ones who actually wrote the manuals and told the bear actually what to do, which was to go forth and devour much flesh. Now, after the rise of the Soviet Union, along comes another beast, the 3rd beast of Daniel, and it's a leopard. It has 4 wings of a fowl, and it has 4 heads on it. Actually, it represents Nazi Germany, the New Age conspiracy experiment. And Nazi Germany plays a very, very important role in the future of things to come. Very, very important role. Nazi Germany will be resurrected in the form of a global police state. It'll be done through the 4th beast. The 4th beast is the United Nations. Now, the 4th beast in Daniel's vision, he said, was very, very strange. Wasn't like the other beast powers. It was different, totally different. He said it was diverse from all the other beasts that stood in its presence. Well, the other beasts that stood in its presence are England, America, Russia, and Germany. And by extension, of course, the modern Germany. And by extension of that, the EC. All right, now the 4th beast is in fact the United Nations. It's a treaty organization. Daniel says that it absorbs the constitutions and the sovereignties of these other beast powers before it. America, Canada, Australia, England, the EC, Germany, and Russia. The United Nations rises up and absorbs the constitutions and the sovereignties, and it ends up ruling these countries. Daniel says that the beast prolonged their lives for a season and a time, but this 4th beast runs them. The 4th beast is very, very diverse, and it has 1 head on it, but it has an interesting transformation takes place in this beast, which we find in the book of Revelation. You see, you can unlock the Old Testament with the book of Revelation. Very, very important, this entire scenario here. All right, now the question is, how did they do it? Well, they do it through secret black operations, unacknowledged, plausible denial. You tell the media about manipulation, they laugh at you. You talk about conspiracy theory, they laugh at you. The people of the world laugh at you if you mention there might be a conspiracy. It doesn't matter that God said there was a conspiracy. It doesn't matter that the Bible repeatedly says there is a conspiracy and even identifies who they are. The rich men of the earth, the kings and the rulers, the merchants of Babylon, the international bankers. All right? Now the plan is to replace Christ with Antichrist. That's the whole thing. It's a jihad. It is designed to replace Jesus Christ with their false Messiah. Now they're going to have to figure out a way to do that. Now this whole thing is unseen, but it's felt. And what it is mass psychological warfare via media takeover and control. And through a systematic propaganda They're able to convince the masses that they have the way and nobody else does. First thing we're going to look at here, technological control. One of the methods that the elite is doing to do this. Project Bluebeam is at the top of this thing because ultimately Project Bluebeam will be used to bring in the false Messiah. Alternative energy